Hi everybody, I'm Don Prattle from TradeStation, and in today's Trading App Showcase, we are joined by Tom Nocito and Sandra Bellizzi of Simplemente Trading. Tom and Sandra will be presenting Simplemente Renko Swing Series. Tom is the Managing Director of Automated Systems, and Sandra is President of Simplemente Trading, the head trader, and the algorithm is based on her trading methodology. Simplemente Trading has 15 years experience building automated systems. We'll check back with them in a moment. As a reminder, as all of our Trading App Store showcases, the following presentation is for educational purposes only. All the symbols and all the trading ideas discussed by our guests are for demonstrational purposes only, and they should not be considered recommendations. This presentation is not an offer or a solicitation by TradeStation or any of its affiliates, and each speaker acts independently. The topics, the opinions, or the comments in this presentation are solely those of the presenters and are not affiliated, approved, or endorsed by TradeStation or its affiliates. Active trading is not suitable for everyone. So keep in mind that hypothetical performance results might have many inherent limitations, some of which are explained in the PDF handout that I've posted into the chat panel at you when you have time. So this presentation is going to be made available in the Trading App Store later on this week. So I want to welcome Tom Nocito and thank him for joining us today. Without further ado, Tom, I want to turn things over to you.
Hi, Don. How are you today? And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to address some of our users and maybe even some of our potential users of the TradeStation platform. And we're excited about our latest product that we're going to be talking about here today. And that, of course, is the Simplemente Renko Swing Series. And I just want to mention a couple of things here at the get-go. The reason we are calling it Renko Swing Series is because this will actually be a series of different apps that will be on the App Store. The one that we're discussing here today in particular is the YM and the Mini DAO, which is the one that we currently have in the store. So I'll be the one presenting today. Sandra couldn't be with us. So I will be speaking on behalf of both of us, and hopefully she will join us for the next one. But anyway, so here we go. Again, as Don mentioned, we do have 15 years combined experience. Most of our time now is spent on building automated systems, and so we work very hard at that. We do a variety of futures instruments, as we'll discuss a couple of those later. I also wanted to mention that we do offer comprehensive support to all of our users, both by email and by live chat directly from our website. We are a family-owned business. We are very conservative in our trading, and to us, preserving capital is extremely important. We have customers all over. We have customers in the U.S., we have them in Europe, Central and South America, and Sandra is bilingual, so she handles most of the inquiries for our customers that are Spanish, and I handle the ones in English, so it gives us a good rounded variety that we're able to help our customers. I wanted to mention, too, at the get-go also that one of the reasons that we use TradeStation, there's actually several reasons, and it's very important to us. I know that we have some potential customers that are going to see this that are not TradeStation customers, and we wanted to be able to express why we use TradeStation. Pricing very competitive, they're very responsive on their customer care. A very responsive platform. The new TradeStation 10, which is a wonderful product that we are getting to know and learning our way around. And also very important to us as developers is TradeStation's Easy Language, which is their own proprietary coding language, which we use to build our trading apps, and that work exclusively on TradeStation's platform. We also get a lot of help from their engineers as we are building our apps, and so there are just even countless more reasons why we use TradeStation that time here does not necessarily permit us to talk about. So just real quickly before I get into the actual swing on the mini Dow that I want to show you, just wanted to give you a couple of ideas and thoughts on our methodologies. Our algorithms work like many do as far as the signals we try to look for. However, we specialize in using Renko bars, as you will see, and so some general things that are used, but also our own proprietary signals that work specifically with Renkos we use to build our trading apps. Currently, our algorithm that is in the store, when you take it out of the box, so to speak, and download it, it does start trading on Sunday when the market's open, when the global market's open, and it will trade each day until the end of the day, typically about 10 minutes before the market ends each day, or you can let it run, as it says here, it can run all the way through the week, 10 minutes before the close of the American session. We don't carry any trades over the weekend, and later in the presentation I will show you where customers will be able to set those parameters. And also, I'm going to talk about it a little bit further in another slide, but to just kind of give you a little bit of information on our algorithms. Most people who use trading algorithms and strategies are used to exactly that. It's strategy code. It's algorithms that, you know, if you have your platform of TradeStation, you can either load an indicator or you can load a strategy, and that is what most users are used to. Ours is a little different, or it's very different, I guess I should say. We use an indicator that actually trades, will actually trade for you. And so I'll explain that a little bit further. We also strongly recommend use of a VPS, which is a virtual private server, and if you have any questions about that, you can feel free to email us at info@simplementetrading.com, and we can give you some suggestions along those lines. Currently, we have a couple of other products already in the App Store. Our Day Trader series, which currently consists of trading the NASDAQ, and it's a little different in that it's very target driven. Tighter stops and tighter targets. And then we also have the Simplemente METS multiple exit trading strategy. This is the only algorithm that we are using time charts on, and it has done well, and so we have kept it in the store, but our desire now is to stick with and try to specialize in using Renkos as our trading mechanism. And of course, there's a link there in the webinar. You can go and it'll take you directly to our page. So I had mentioned previously about objects, and I just wanted to briefly try to explain this and why we use this. In a typical strategy, when the strategy triggers a buy or a sell, it does not necessarily look for confirmation of what the current position is. For instance, if you are long or short in a trade and the algorithm calls for sending an exit, it's not going to verify whether you're still in that position. It's just going to send the signal. When you use objects, it creates an envelope, I guess is the simplest way to explain it, where it actually will send in an algorithm. It'll send an order in, an OSO or an OCO that actually will have the entry, a target if you have one, and your exit. And so it communicates more thoroughly with the trade desk. So it verifies, it makes sure that a position is where it is supposed to be before it executes any further trading. And so it makes it more efficient. It communicates with the trade desk. And this, because we put it in an indicator, actually gives us a whole world of opportunity to do other things that you cannot do in a strategy, which I'll be demonstrating some of those here shortly. So we'll kind of get into what we're offering here, and you can kind of see it now. This is the, again, the Renko Swing Series, and it starts with the mini Dow. And I'm going to go through just a couple of these slides to try to describe what you're looking at here. If you'll see, you can look below the Renko bars, and you'll see what we call our equity curve. And just basically it shows you where you are on the long or the short side, and what your what the highest amount that you reached before giving any of it back. And this would be for whatever period is showing on the chart. And so what happens is this: if the system is set to live trading, to save data and to help the system work more efficiently, when you are live trading and actually going in and out of live trades, it is only going to show the current day, the current day's trades on here. So if you look in the middle there, you can see where it's showing the long and the short, and it shows the number of trade, the dollar amount. So now in this case, this is more than one day. And so if you change the live trading to false, or you're not live trading, then you can go back as far as 6 months, and you can look at the actual back testing that is built into the indicator. So, and this is where it's very different than a strategy. If you load one of the TradeStation strategies, you can use the strategy report that the platform allows you to load. We don't use that with this, because this actually has it built into the code. So this allows us as developers, when we are building this, to customize this in such a way that is very hard to do with the strategy. Also, as I'll show you in the next slide, we do have it also built into the indicator that it will actually show you the trades on the chart. It has them numbered, and so you can actually see where the trades are entering and where they are exiting. So I just want to show you, this is just some sample trades, this particular from February 28th, and you can kind of get an idea of how it works. The equity money you see in there I actually drew in just so you can kind of see, give you an example of exactly what the algorithm is doing. And again, here we have another one, a day that's got a little bit more volatility, so you can kind of see where it's going in and out of those trades. So as I had mentioned, and I wanted to explain this a little bit further about the built-in back testing, you can see on there where this is a big help. You have the trade numbered, you have the equity of that trade, the profit or the loss. Also, this little dashboard has a couple of other nifty little tools that I want to explain. You'll notice on there the button in red that says flatten and disable. And what this allows us to do is, if you are in a trade, if the algorithm is live and you are in a trade and you want to get out, and you want to get out quick, all you have to do is click that button, and it's going to close your position, and it's going to shut the indicator off. And this is one of those wonderful things that you can do in this type of indicator that is a little bit more laborious when you try to do it with an actual strategy. Also, we have some things in here for future development. If you look at that export button, in the future that is going to allow us to have our users export the trades and then enter them into another program that we are working on that will help users track their actual trading, kind of like the strategy report does in TradeStation, but our own version made to do a whole lot more with your own trading. So on another tab on the messages, this too is going to be very informative for you as you use this. The messages are going to tell you when you're in and out of a trade. Now this is currently showing what the entry and the exits should be. So as you are letting a trade and as you're looking at the matrix, you can actually see where the trade went in and versus where it should have went in. So it would help give you some idea of what slippage you're dealing with at that particular time. Also at the top of the chart there, you'll see the C and the O, and they've both got a green background with numbers. The C is actually displaying what the current session net profit would be. So for instance, if you allow the algorithm, which most of our users do, from like 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the market reopens until the following day, if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's considered a session. And then the O next to it is the current trade. So it allows you at a quick visual to see what is actually going on at the time. This will also let you know if there's any kind of errors going on. You will see in there, we forcibly errored it, and you'll see where it says error state at a couple of places, and that tells us and tells you that the indicator has shut off, and there's a variety of reasons why that may happen. So let's see, also I wanted to point out on here, just as a little reminder for our customers, you can see where it's got the top right of that box. It'll show you the current contract and when that contract expires. We just did that just as a, just to kind of help our customers know when they have to be looking at to switch that contract over. And typically we let our users know in one of our emails or the many videos that we make, we'll let you know that we are changing over to the next contract. The next tab, this is kind of an important tab. If for any reason, let's say you shut the indicator off, whether you just decided you weren't trading at a particular time and then you wanted to start trading, so you turn the indicator on, typically the indicator is going to have two options here. It can wait for the next trade, or it will look for the next bar to enter if it's in a current trade. And I will show you on another slide where you actually have the option to turn that on and off. But what this is for is, for some reason, if you did exit a trade and you stopped trading for a period of time for whatever reason, and you decided you wanted to start trading again, so that flatten and disable button, you would click that because at that point it would be green and it would say enable. And so if the trading algorithm started to show signals and it was in the middle of a trade and you wanted to jump in on that trade, that's what you use this sync button for. So you'll click that sync button and it will automatically enter you into a trade of whatever direction and where the indicator is at that particular moment. So some of the options for our users, I wanted to show some of the inputs. We have actually added another one since this slide was made, and that is actual for the actual trading times. So now, on top of what you already see here, our users will be able to determine when they want their session to start. So it could be at the start of the Asian session, the European session, or it could be at whatever time you want it to start. It does not have to be at the start of any particular session. And then, of course, you can also set the end of the day as well. So the account ID, if someone has more than one account, they'll have to put an account ID in there. For the accuracy of the back testing, we added the commission fee per contract side. And one of the things I had talked about earlier was about the live trading and showing up to the past 6 months results. Well, this is where you do that. So if the I allow real trades here again, if you set it to false, then you can go back as far as 6 months and look at back testing on the indicator. Set it to true, and then you can trade live. We also added the ability for a customer, for a user to decide if they want to trade long or just trade short. So that's why you see the I allow long at a 1 and the I allow short at a 1. A 1 says yes, we are trading, and 0 says no, we are not trading. And currently this is set up to only trade one contract. On future versions we will have multiple contract capability, but not at this time. Also, you will see on here that you have stop targets. We have trailing stops that are built in that you as the user can adjust to your risk tolerance. And it would also give you the opportunity, as the market changes, as the market's volatility changes, you can set that accordingly to allow it to stay in trades longer, again, based on your own experience and what you are comfortable with. And then we've also built in targets. When the market is very volatile, I know Sandra in her videos to our Spanish customers, when she makes her videos and her emails, when the market is very volatile, she encourages them to use targets, because that helps get you out of the market faster and help avoid some of those crazy swings that will take you out of the trade before it goes positive again. The I enter at trading period start, and again, we have a PDF that you will download that will explain a lot of this more thoroughly, but that is the true or false that allows you set the true. If the indicator is turned on that first trade of the day, it will go into a trade at the next bar if it feels that that there's actually a trade on. If it's set to false, it will wait for the next signal. So that's what that does there. So now you can see the next tab here. Now the backtesting model that was built into it, this is where you can actually see those results. And so you can see them monthly, you can see them weekly, you can see them daily. And you can see there it also show you the wins and the losses. And we even built into it, the TOD would be for the time of day, and then the DOW is actually day of the week. And so many traders prefer to trade only certain days. Maybe you might prefer to trade only certain hours. And this gives you the ability to look at the backtesting results and make that determination for yourself if you want to make some of those stipulations. So our whole goal with this is to give as many tools as possible so that our users can use some of their own experience to make decisions on their trading. So if you're not familiar with it already, if you click on the trading app, it'll actually take you to our page. and then you will have the ability there to see our different products and be able to download this one to your platform. If you're not already a TradeStation user, I understand right now there are very, very good incentives to encourage people to try TradeStation, and they make it very easy now for you to set up an account, and you can at least test drive this product and then determine if you want to trade it live in cash. So as you can see here, it's very simple. If you have an account already, just click on it and it will take you to the pages that you will need to download the product, as you can see here. You'll have to accept the terms and conditions. So kind of as a wrap-up of how we feel as far as the do and the don'ts in these type of trading systems, not even just ours, but any of them. For ours, we do offer a 7-day trial. We recommend initially that all users, until they get comfortable with the system, trade in simulation until they can see how it works. We also very strongly recommend the use of a VPS, a virtual private server, especially if you are outside of the United States. It may not, even if you have the best internet, the milliseconds matter. And also the VPSs rarely ever go down, so you don't have to worry about power failures, loss of internet, things like that, that should you be in a cash trade and you all of a sudden lose contact, that could be quite disastrous. Please refer to the PDF included with the app. It will give you a lot more information than what I am and a lot more depth in how to operate our algorithm. And also very importantly, don't add to our workspace. We do regular updates. We may change the Renko size. We may change specific things in the trading app that could be affected if the chart is manipulated. So if you want to copy it and paste it to another desktop, that's fine. We just strongly encourage you not to make any changes to it whatsoever. When you download the trading app, it may have the continuous contract on it, and you will have to add the current contract. But again, in the PDF, it will have that explained. So we're available by email or contact the 800 number on our website, and we encourage you to contact us. We are pretty readily available, and we are quick to respond to any of our customers' questions, queries, or concerns. One last thing I wanted to mention before we wrap this up, and this is in regarding if you are not using TradeStation 10 yet, which I wanted to mention that here, this trading app is not yet compatible with TradeStation 10. We are working on that now. So in the meantime, before then, if you're using TradeStation 9.5, and I believe the current update is 24, you're going to want to just take a picture of this slide, and this is going to show you where you need, on a weekly basis, to clean the cache and the T-cache out of the system. It does build up, and it does cause problems with trading algorithms, and ours is no different. And so we just encourage you, if you have questions about that or need help or want me to show you how to do that for the first time, then please reach out to me, and we can do, I can get on your computer and I can do it for you and show you how this process works. So why use us? Why Simplemente? Why the Renko series? As I mentioned, we're object-oriented approach to our algorithm. It's far superior to typical strategy code. Our swing series enhances the win-loss ratio just by the sheer design of the indicator. We are progressive. We're always looking ways to improve. on a regular basis. We work on our algorithms. We are dedicated to our customers, either, like I said, by email, live chat. You can call our 800 number. We are in-house. Everything we do is in-house. And so also postings on our website of our results are there for you to see. So I encourage anyone, if you have questions about this, to please reach out. Again, you can contact us at info@simplementetrading.com. Our 800 number, which is on our website, 1-800-795-1979. And I appreciate you listening in, and look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks so much, Tom, for spending time with us today here at TradeStation. Tom's contact information is there on the screen. If you need to log into the Trading App Store at TradeStation, you can go to www.tradingappstore.com or find us on the TradeStation website. So you can also look for the Simplemente Renko Swing Series described in today's presentation and many other great trading products in the Trading App Store as well. In addition, we're going to post the recording of today's presentation on the store for later viewing. So please join us for next month's, or actually later this month, the Trading App Store Showcase. We thank you everyone for joining us today.